Tetsaveh, you shall command. Exodus 27, verse 20. And you shall command the children of Yasharel that they bring you pure oil olive beaten for the light, to cause the lamp to burn always, in the tabernacle of the assembly without the veil, which is before the testimony. Aharon and his sons shall order it from evening to morning before Yahuah. It shall be a statute forever unto their generations, on the behalf of the children of Yasharel. Chapter 28. And take unto you Aharon your brother, and his sons with him, from among the children of Yasharel, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office, even Aharon, Nadav, and Avihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aharon's sons. And you shall make holy garments for Aharon your brother, for glory and for beauty. And you shall speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I have filled with the Ruach Chokmah, that they may make Aharon's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, and an ephod, and a robe, and a broidered coat, a turban, and a belt. And they shall make holy garments for Aharon your brother, and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And they shall take gold, and blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine linen, and they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, of scarlet, and fine twined linen with cunning work. It shall have the 2 shoulder pieces thereof joined at the 2 edges thereof, and so it shall be joined together. And the belt of the ephod which is upon it shall be the same according to the work thereof, even of gold, of blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen. And you shall take 2 onyx stones, and grave on them the names of the children of Yasharel, 6 of their names on one stone, and the other 6 names of the rest on the other stone, according to their birth. With the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet, shall you engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Yasharel. You shall make them to be set in ouches of gold. And you shall put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod, for stones of memorial unto the children of Yasharel. And Aharon shall bear their names before Yahuah upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial. And you shall make ouches of gold, and 2 chains of pure gold at the ends. Of wreathen work shall you make them, and fasten the wreathen chains to the ouches. And you shall make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work. After the work of the ephod you shall make it, of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine twined linen shall you make it. 4 square it shall be, being doubled. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof. And you shall set in it settings of stones, even 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a sardius, a topaz, and a carbuncle. This shall be the first row. And the second row shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. And the third row a ligure, an agate, and an amethyst. And the 4th row a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold in their enclosings. And the stones shall be with the names of the children of Yasharel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings of a signet, every one with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes. And you shall make upon the breastplate chains at the ends of the wreathen work of pure gold. And you shall make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and shall put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplate. And you shall put the 2 wreathen chains of gold in the 2 rings which are on the ends of the breastplate. And the other 2 ends of the 2 wreathen chains you shall fasten in the 2 ouches, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. And you shall make 2 rings of gold, and you shall put them upon the 2 ends of the breastplate in the border thereof, which is in the side of the ephod inward. And 2 other rings of gold you shall make, and shall put them on the 2 sides of the ephod underneath, toward the forepart thereof, over against the other coupling thereof, above the belt of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastplate by the rings thereof unto the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, that it may be above the belt of the ephod, and that the breastplate be not loosed from the ephod. And Aharon shall bear the names of the children of Yasharel in the breastplate of judgment upon his heart, when he goes in unto the holy place, for a memorial before Yahuah continually. And you shall put in the breastplate of judgment the Urim and the Tumim, and they shall be upon Aharon's heart when he goes in before Yahuah. And Aharon shall bear the judgment of the children of Yasharel upon his heart before Yahuah continually. And you shall make the robe of the ephod all of blue. And there shall be a hole in the top of it, in the midst thereof. It shall have a binding of woven work round about the whole of it, as it were the hole of a habergeon, that it be not rent. And beneath upon the hem of it you shall make pomegranates of blue and of purple and of scarlet, round about the hem thereof, the bells of gold between them round about. A golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate, upon the hem of the robe round about. And it shall be upon Aharon to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goes in unto the holy place before Yahuah, and when he comes out, that he die not. And you shall make a plate of pure gold, engrave upon it, like the engravings of a signet, Qodesh la Yahuah, and you shall put in it on a blue lace, that it may be upon the turban, upon the forefront of the turban it shall be. And it shall be upon Aharon's forehead, that Aharon may bear the iniquity of the holy things, which the children of Yasharel shall hallow in all their holy gifts. And it shall be always upon his forehead, that they may be accepted before Yahuah. And you shall embroider the coat of fine linen, and you shall make the turban of fine linen, and you shall make the belt of needlework. And for Aharon's sons you shall make coats, and you shall make for them belts, and bonnets shall you make for them, for glory and for beauty. And you shall put them upon Aharon your brother, and his sons with him, and shall anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And you shall make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness. From the loins even unto the thighs they shall reach. And they shall be upon Aharon and upon his sons, when they come in unto the tabernacle of the assembly, or when they come near unto the altar to minister in the holy place, that they bear not iniquity and die. It shall be a statute forever unto him and his seed after him. Chapter 29. And this is the thing that you shall do unto them, to hallow them, to minister unto me in the priest's office. Take 1 young bullock, and 2 rams without blemish, and matzah cakes tempered with oil, and matzah wafers anointed with oil. Of wheaten flour you shall make them. And you shall put them into 1 basket, and bring them in the basket, with the bullock and the 2 rams. And Aharon and his sons you shall bring unto the door of the tabernacle of the assembly, and shall wash them with water. And you shall take the garments, and put upon Aharon the coat, and the robe of the ephod, and the breastplate, and gird him with the belt of the ephod. And you shall put the turban upon his head, and put the holy crown upon the turban. Then shall you take the anointing oil, and pour it upon his head, and anoint him. And you shall bring his sons, and put coats upon them. And you shall gird them with belts, Aharon and his sons, and put the bonnets on them, and the priest's office shall be theirs for a perpetual statute. And you shall consecrate Aharon and his sons. And you shall cause a bullock to be brought before the tabernacle of the assembly. And Aharon and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the bullock. And you shall kill the bullock before Yahuah, by the door of the tabernacle of the assembly. And you shall take of the blood of the bullock, and put it upon the horns of the altar with your finger, and pour all the blood beside the bottom of the altar. And you shall take all the fat that covers the inwards, and the cow that is above the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and burn them upon the altar. But the flesh of the bullock, and his skin and his dung, shall you burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. You shall also take 1 ram, and Aharon and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram. And you shall slay the ram, and you shall take his blood, and sprinkle it round about upon the altar. And you shall cut the ram in pieces, and wash the inwards of him, and his legs, and put them unto his pieces, and unto his head. And you shall burn the whole ram upon the altar. It is an ascending smoke offering unto Yahuah. It is a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto Yahuah. And you shall take the other ram, and Aharon and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram. Then shall you kill the ram, and take of his blood, and put it upon the tip of the right ear of Aharon, and upon the tip of the right ear of his sons, and upon the thumb of their right hand, and upon the great toe of their right foot, and sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about. And you shall take of the blood that is upon the altar, and of the anointing oil, and sprinkle it upon Aharon, and upon his garments, and upon his sons, and upon the garments of his sons with him. And he shall be hallowed, and his garments, and his sons' garments with him. Also you shall take of the ram the fat and the rump, and the fat that covers the inwards, and the cow above the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and the right shoulder, for it is a ram of consecration. And 1 loaf of bread, and 1 cake of oiled bread, and 1 wafer out of the basket of the matzah that is before Yahuah. And you shall put all in the hands of Aharon, and in the hands of his sons, and shall wave them for a wave offering before Yahuah. And you shall receive them of their hands, and burn them upon the altar for an ascending smoke offering, for a sweet savor before Yahuah. It is an offering made by fire unto Yahuah. And you shall take the breast of the ram of Aharon's consecration, and wave it for a wave offering before Yahuah, and it shall be your part. And you shall sanctify the breast of the wave offering, and the shoulder of the heave offering, which is waved, and which is heaved up, of the ram of the consecration, even of that which is for Aharon, and of that which is for his sons. And it shall be Aharon's and his sons by a statute forever, from the children of Yasharel, for it is a heave offering, and it shall be a heave offering from the children of Yasharel, of the sacrifice of their peace offerings, even their heave offering unto Yahuah. And the holy garments of Aharon shall be his sons after him, to be anointed therein, and to be consecrated in them. And that son that is priest in his stead shall put them on 7 days, when he comes into the tabernacle of the assembly to minister in the holy place. And you shall take the ram of the consecration, and seethe his flesh in the holy place. And Aharon and his sons shall eat the flesh of the ram, and the bread that is in the basket, by the door of the tabernacle of the assembly. And they shall eat those things wherewith the atonement was made, to consecrate and to sanctify them, but a stranger shall not eat thereof, because they are holy. And if aught of the flesh of the consecrations, or of the bread, remain unto the morning, you shall burn the remainder with fire. It shall not be eaten, because it is holy. And thus shall you do unto Aharon and to his sons, according to all things which I have commanded you. 7 days shall you consecrate them. And you shall offer every day a bullock for a sin offering for atonement. And you shall cleanse the altar when you have made an atonement for it, and you shall anoint it to sanctify it. 7 days you shall make an atonement for the altar, and sanctify it, and it shall be an altar most holy. Whatsoever touches the altar shall be holy. Now this is that which you shall offer upon the altar, 2 lambs of the first year, day by day continually. The one lamb you shall offer in the morning, and the other lamb you shall offer at evening. And with the one lamb 1/10 deal of flour mingled with the 4th part of hin of beaten oil, and the 4th part of a hin of wine for a drink offering. And at the other lamb you shall offer at evening, and shall do thereto according to the oblation of the morning, and according to the drink offering thereof, for a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto Yahuah. This shall be a continual ascending smoke offering throughout your generations, at the door of the tabernacle of the assembly before Yahuah, where I will meet you to speak there unto you. And there I will meet with the children of Yasharel, and the tabernacle shall be sanctified by my glory. And I will sanctify the tabernacle of the assembly and the altar. I will sanctify also both Aharon and his sons, to minister to me in the priest's office. And I will dwell among the children of Yasharel, and will be their Elohim. And they shall know that I am Yahuah Elohim, that brought them forth out of the land of Mitzrayim, that I may dwell among them. I am Yahuah Elohim. Chapter 30. And you shall make an altar to burn incense upon, of shittim wood shall you make it. A cubit shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof. 4 square shall it be, and 2 cubits shall be the height thereof. The horns thereof shall be of the same. And you shall overlay it with pure gold, the top thereof, and the sides thereof round about, and the horns thereof. And you shall make unto it a crown of gold round about. The 2 golden rings shall you make to it under the crown of it. By the 2 corners thereof, upon the 2 sides of it shall you make it, and they shall be for the places for the staves to bear it withal. And you shall make the staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And you shall put it before the veil that is by the ark of the testimony, before the mercy seat that is over the testimony, where I will meet with you. And Aharon shall burn thereon sweet incense every morning. When he dresses the lamps, he shall burn incense upon it. And when Aharon lights the lamps at evening, he shall burn incense upon it, a perpetual incense before Yahuah throughout your generations. Ye shall offer no strange incense thereon, nor ascending smoke sacrifice, nor oblation, neither shall ye pour drink offering thereon. And Aharon shall make an atonement upon the horns of it once in a year with the blood of the sin offering of atonements. Once in the year shall he make atonement upon it throughout your generations. It is most holy unto Yahuah.